Hey all, welcome to Legends, Lore, and More, episode 3. I just wanted to address some questions I'm getting in the comments of the videos, as well as provide updates on writerly things, and just kind of keep you guys in the know if you don't follow my newsletter or Facebook page. So, a lot of questions on when is book 3 for Marked by the Dragon series coming. The ebook is coming September 5th, and print same day. Audiobook, the narrator Kevin, he has it right now and he is working on it. He did have a book scheduled before mine, so he finished that one and now he's moving into mine. I've heard the first 2 chapters. It sounds amazing, so it will be coming. I believe the estimated completion date he gave me was September 27th. So I know initially I was telling people beginning of September, and that was before I knew he had booked a project prior to mine. So I'm updating that to end of September most likely. He's pretty quick, so it may be sooner than that, but as soon as I have it, you guys will get it on here and get to enjoy that. And I also mentioned in my last video that my plan was to end that series with 3 books. The way the 3rd book ended, it's definitely going to be 4. So obviously plans change, which I'm sure you guys are not disappointed to hear because the series is getting so much love. So I'm sure you're excited for more books in that series. So with that said, there is book 4. Book 3 is called Call of the Dragon. For those who got confused with the titles changing, that was my fault. I originally had some plot points, and if you've listened to the book so far, you'll know that the titles kind of play into the theme of the books. Um, so obviously the first one is Scale of the Dragon. Second one is Egg of the Dragon. Third one changed from a previous title to Call of the Dragon. And book 4, which we'll see when it comes out. I am working on it now. So it's projected for fall of this year. Could be October, as soon as October. We'll see. I'm not gonna rush it, obviously, but I am a pretty quick writer, so we'll see. But if all goes according to plan, it'll be October, beginning of October, depending on obviously Kevin's schedule as far as the audiobook goes. So book 4, I'm working on that now. Like I said, book 3 is dropping September 5th and the audio is coming later. I'm also getting a lot of questions about supporting me or getting print copies, or purchasing the audio on different sites. First, thank you guys for asking how you could support me in my writing endeavor. Obviously, I don't do this full time, so it does take me a little bit more time to put a book out than it does for my contemporaries who are full-time at this. So I will say I do have a store on my website, richardfierce.com. You can get print copies from there, and I will autograph all the print copies. I also just uploaded 2 hardcovers that are available. So if you like the Dragon Riders of Ozan series, I did do some omnibus editions. So obviously the individuals are all in paperback, but for the omnibus ones, it's the first 3 episodes and the second set of 3 episodes are both in hardcover, and those are uploaded onto my store now. So if you're interested in that, those are available. I do have limited quantities of that, but I can order more. They're not cheap, so I only ordered a handful of each one just to see how the sales go on those. The paperbacks obviously are a lot cheaper, so I've got plenty of those. As you see, this top shelf up here, these are all books 1 through 5, and then I have some boxes here that arrived this week with more to refill my inventory. So so just to kind of show you those hardcovers, this is the first one, Omnibus books 1 through 3, hardcover, looks pretty sweet. This is the first time me seeing the hardcovers, so they look pretty sweet. And it's pretty neat, hardcovers. They're pretty top quality here. So that's the second one. And then the third omnibus, which will include the last 4 episodes, will be coming in September. I'm getting the cover finalized, getting the files put together. It's kind of time consuming. So I kind of work on those things when I maybe am not fully writing mode. So obviously writing comes first for me with my spare time. And then, all these extra project things come after that. But just so you know, those are available. Those are up. People have asked about the space opera series that I've uploaded. There was only 3 of those. And people are asking if there's more coming. So I do have ideas for that series. Unfortunately, the ebooks just didn't really sell. No one really seemed to gravitate towards those. The audiobooks did really well. So that's why the audio came up on YouTube. I bought the narrator out of the royalty share contract for those ones. So I'm able to put those everywhere. I am slowly working on getting all the audiobooks that I do have bought out from my narrators so that I own the rights and I can put them up wherever I want, such as YouTube. I do have some other audiobooks that are only available on Audible. That's because I'm locked into a contract with the narrator and Audible to be exclusive on there and to split the royalties with the narrator. So 2 of those books left are Shard of the Sun. That is pretty much a standalone. It's a book I wrote a couple of years ago. I really had fun writing that one. The premise that I came up with that was interesting, but again, it didn't really do much in way of sales. So, as a writer, and especially as a writer trying to do this full time, if a series just doesn't get, an expected sales that I'm hoping for, then obviously I just not necessarily abandon it, but kind of put it on the back burner and keep going with the new ideas I've constantly got going through my brain. So so that's a standalone. That one's on Audible. The narrator on that one is Skylar Morgan. He's done lots of different books since then, but some of the feedback was he was very monotone. So I may buy him out and get a new narrator to do that one, and then maybe come back to that series next year. But for the space opera, like I said, people are asking about that one. I will probably, I say probably, so take that with a grain of salt because I'm a writer. Probably maybe write another 4th episode for that one next year, maybe 5 or 6. I did kind of leave it an opening on that. The way I wrote the ending, it kind of gave it an ending, but obviously there's a lot going on, bigger plot wise for that series that is left open. So I can, and I do have tons of ideas to come back to that, but it's kind of on the back burner right now. So obviously my writing plans have changed since episode 2 of this Legends Lore and More. So book 3, like I said, for Marked by Dragons coming. Book 4 I'm working on now, and my plan again is to end it on the 4th one. We'll see. The story, it can be just as long as the Dragon Riders of Ozen series. I like that series. I love that it's getting so much praise and people are loving the plot and how those characters are going through things. But I have a lot of other ideas I want to work on. So what I may do if the story doesn't end in book 4 is I will switch gears to a different book and then once that one's done, switch over and do episode 5 for Marked by the Dragon, and then kind of alternate between series going forward, just so that I can have a constant, new book in each series that's going on. So last time I mentioned I was also going to do a prequel book for Dragon Riders Wazen about the first female dragon rider. That's still on my list. So as soon as book 4 of Marked by the Dragon's done, I'll be switching over to that. And I will write that one. And then assuming there's going to be another book for Marked by the Dragon, I'll jump back into that and do episode 5. So another audio book that is exclusive to Amazon, or Audible, I should say, is The Wizard and the Frog. It is a humorous fantasy. So it's not like what you've read or listened to so far. It's got a lot of humor. It's funny. It's lighthearted, but there's a lot of action. That was going to be a series of at least 3. And again, ebook didn't really do anything. So I put that one on the back burner. So I do have ideas for 2 more in that series. I'm debating on whether or not to buy the narrator out of that one. My book was actually the first audiobook that narrator ever did, and he did amazing. If you haven't heard it and you have, Audible credits, I mean, it's a shorter book, so maybe not use a credit, but if you're interested, it's on Audible and iTunes, and you can get it on there. I think it's $7.95 is the price that they have it. I don't get to control prices on Audible. So if you want to hear it, go check it out. The narrator did amazing. He's narrated 48 more books since then. And obviously when I come back to that series, he'll do the next ones in those. There's a singing sword. The main character's girlfriend gets turned into a frog on accident, and it's kind of about how he gets that spell reversed. And he's got a bumbling wizard who is his companion, who is also the one who turned his girlfriend into a frog. So it's just funny stuff. And a lot of people, writing humor is very difficult because it's not like, telling a joke verbally. So it was definitely a challenge to write those. And, the ebook, like I said, didn't do much. But I think the problem is for some of these is until the series is fully done, most people don't want to take a chance on it because, one, I'm an unknown author. They don't know who I am. And they don't want to invest their time into a series that's not done yet, which I get. So, we'll see what happens. But like I said, that's kind of my plans for now. Considering we're at the end of August now, I probably will only put 2 more books out this year, as far as getting them written and done. And that'll be episode 4 of Marked by the Dragon, which is called Wrath of the Dragon. And then the prequel, one of the prequel books that I'm planning on doing for Dragon Riders of Wazen. I think those 2 will probably be the only other books that come out this year. Kevin, who's doing Marked by the Dragon, also did a standalone book of mine. It's shorter, it's a novella. It's about an hour and a half, I think. He did it back in 2019, I think. This was probably one of the first books I wrote when I really got serious about doing the writing thing and writing books. I wrote it in high school, and some of the themes in there are kind of religious zealousy and things like that. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty dark. There's lots of rune magic, things like that. I bought him out of that one, so that one will be coming to YouTube. Like I said, it's standalone. It was never meant to be a series or anything like that. So the story is self-contained and everything. So it's coming. I'm waiting on brand new cover art. The one originally was one I DIY'd. It didn't tell the genre at all. It was kind of just bland. So I hired a designer to create a new one. I've seen it, got to finalize it with Kevin's name on the audio cover. And then that one will be coming up. So I should have that artwork any day now, completed version. And then I will post that audiobook sometime next week. So as soon as I have everything and I can format the file for YouTube, you'll get it. So that one's coming. And then, like I said, if you want to see the other audiobooks, there's only two. They're all exclusive to Audible, unfortunately, so you'll have to go on there to get them. And then I do have a book about my faith. So I am a Christian, in case you didn't know that. And you can get the book that I wrote called God Is. Just kind of covers some of the attributes about God and things like that. And that audiobook is also exclusive to Audible, so you can check that out. Shorter one, like I said, it's just a couple chapters. But there's some, personal stuff about me in there. So if you're interested to learn stuff like that, you can check that out on Audible. And I think that's pretty much covers what I've got to go over. I did post a post here on YouTube about reading some books that are not in audiobook format. So obviously I'm not a narrator, but I would do a reading. Obviously these are longer books, which is another reason why they're not in audio format yet. It is expensive to do audio production. So the series that I co-wrote with my fellow and friend who's an author, the Dragons of Eisental series is what it's called. I've contacted a narrator. She gave us her rate. I am all for it. My co-writer on the other end is a little anxious. Ebooks have not generated a profit yet. They're selling okay, but we're not in the profit yet. So we're still, between marketing and covers and everything, we're negative. So he doesn't want to pull the trigger on that. It's going to be like $3,000 or so to do the series. Obviously that's a lot of money, so we would split it 50-50, but he's a little hesitant to drop that right now. So if you're into ebooks, the first one in the series is free. You can go check it out. We're working on getting it free on Amazon, but it is free everywhere else: Google Play, Nook, all those other ebook retailers, Kobo. So you can check that out. And of course, any support that you offer obviously will help that series get life as an audiobook. And so we are working on that. But in the meantime, what I'm thinking of doing is maybe kind of doing readings, of maybe 2 chapters at a time. Obviously, I can't read a 50,000 word book in one sitting. And I'm not tech savvy enough to merge videos together to, record here, and then kind of piece them all together. So with that said, I'll probably read 2 chapters in a video, post those maybe weekly. Just kind of depends on my schedule and everything. So if you would like to see that, let me know. And if you would like it to be a live reading rather than me just pre-recording and uploading it, let me know that as well. Because if people are interested in live reading, I would be more than happy to do that. Yeah, let me know. I posted a card. A couple of people responded already. Yes, they would be down to hear me do the reading. So I will work on that and get some of those up. This series is, we co-wrote, and a lot of people ask, how does co-writing work? For this series, it was really easy because we each wrote from a different character's perspective. So my character is a woman, and he wrote a character who's a man, and they are siblings, and they don't know it. They also have some things in their past that they're unaware of because it happened when they were babies. So I like the series. It was very fun, and it was my first co-writing project. So definitely look forward to those videos. Like I said, I'll probably do 2 chapters at the most per video, but I'll try to do them weekly. So there will be a little bit of a wait, in between you getting the next chapters, but if I can fit it into my schedule to do them quicker than that, I will for sure do that. But like I said, I've got the grandbaby and writing obviously first and foremost, and some personal stuff. Plus, I have a full-time job, so those are kind of things that obviously eat into my time. So I have to juggle many things. But to kind of talk about the support that people are asking about, like offering to buy me a cup of coffee or a meal or something like that. I don't have Patreon or anything like that. But what I am doing is on my store, I do sell print covers, but I also have set up a way for you to directly buy ebooks. So obviously, when you buy them through a retailer like Amazon, Barnes and Noble, etc., they take a portion of the royalties, and then my publishing aggregator takes a portion. So on like a $2.99 book, the reader pays $2.99 for an ebook, and of that, I get anywhere from $1.79 to $2.09. Selling them directly on my website, I'll make a lot more of the profits from that. So if you want to go to my website, check that out, richardpierce.com. You can go to the store link on the top part of the website. It'll take you there. You'll see a ebook print on the top, ebooks underneath that, and I'm working right now on getting selling the audio direct. So I know you're getting it here for free on YouTube, but if you like what you hear and you want to own it, buying it off my website or Audible or anywhere else would be hugely appreciated. So yeah, if you're interested in, obviously supporting my creative endeavor, buying directly from my website would be awesome, or getting them off Amazon or, your store of choice would be great as well. So, yeah, with that said, I think that's pretty much all I had to cover. So, as always, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for the comments, the love for my stories. I appreciate it. You have no idea how much it motivates me, especially on a day when I'm questioning whether I'm any good at this writing thing or not. And I get a comment that just makes my day. So it definitely helps. So keep posting your comments and feedback. And if you have any questions on anything maybe that I didn't cover that you're curious about, drop them in the comments and I will answer. I respond to every comment on every video. So unless, I don't get the notification on YouTube for some reason. So if I missed your comment, sorry. I always check every day to see if there's any new ones or unresponded ones. So again, thank you guys, and we'll see what you how many more books you get this year. 2 for sure. We'll see if I can knock out some more than that. But like I said, I got one coming this week. It's called The Last Page. So I think you'll like this one, especially since Kevin did it. Kevin's fantastic. So is Andrew, obviously, but this one was done obviously a couple of years ago. But so yeah, look forward to The Last Page this week. Thank you guys.